Ah, oggi l'ho in stile PS1. Quindi let's go. Non vedevo l'ora. Va bene, stronzos.
Let's go to May
Ciao, ciao. Ok.
of 2016.
Quindi avevamo questa qua. Non si sente, non si vede. Un attimo, ragazzi, sto aggiustando tutto, please. Manca la cam. Un attimo, ma posso fare 3 cose alla volta? Minchia! Avere 2 mouse a casa? Se sì, come si fa?
Let's go to May of 2016. Yesterday, Ms. Heard, Ms. Bredehoff, your attorney, showed you certain pictures
Quindi
from May 20.
la questione è che lei ha mostrato delle foto dove era... dove aveva questo livido in faccia, dopo le ha ripresentate, quello che ho capito. Mousing, sì, fate un po' di mousing. Ed era una luce diversa e l'avvocatessa le chiede, ma senti, hai cambiato qualcosa tu? Vediamo!
2016, do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If we could please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 710, which has already been admitted into evidence. Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday that this is a photograph taken of you on May 21st.
Come mai quando lei è picchiato, distrutta, sembra Agnese Innocente? Non è la prima volta che lo dico e lo ridico. Mi date una risposta?
2016. Do you recall?
Yes, that's correct.
And keeping this exhibit up, if we could please do a split screen, Tom, and also pull up Defendant's Exhibit 714, which has already been admitted with redactions. Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday that this is a photograph that was also taken on May 21st, 2016, correct?
Yes, although the one to the right might have been taken the next day. I can't be sure. The reason I say that is because there's light in the background. So it looks like it was taken in the daytime, which means maybe it was the next day.
Didn't you testify that you took different pictures in different lightings on May 21?
That is correct, yes.
And you're wearing two thin necklaces in this picture on the right, is that correct?
That is correct.
You testified that these pictures were taken the same night.
The one on the right looks like it was taken in the daytime because I can see the daylight behind me.
But you testified that they were taken the same day.
Quindi lei ha già testimoniato riguardo il fatto che ha fatto queste foto la stessa notte. Qua sta dicendo una cosa diversa, che probabilmente la seconda l'ha fatta di giorno visto che c'è una luce diversa.
I don't know if I think I testified that they came from the same incident of the same day, not necessarily taken on the same day.
Okay. Let's please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 712, which has already been admitted. You testified yesterday this is another photograph of you on the night of May 21.
That's correct.
And keeping this exhibit up, can we please do a split screen and also pull up Defendant 713, which has already been admitted?
Oh?
Which has already been admitted. Let's do a split screen and also pull up Defendant 713, which has already been admitted.
È la stessa foto. È la stessa foto.
Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday.
Che
this is also...
faccia di cazzo. È la stessa foto.
Ms. Heard, you testified yesterday. This is also a photograph of you from the same night, correct?
Sono la stessa foto. Sono le stesse.
That's correct.
You testified yesterday that the only difference between these two photographs is that the light was turned on.
That's what it appears to be, yes.
Beh. Sono le stesse, vero? Sono davvero le stesse. No. Mm, mi sa di sì. Vogliamo fare gli scientifici? Mettiamo su Photoshop. Probabilmente la incorporeranno Photoshop. È un po' più piccola. Oh. No, perché il ciuffo qua è uguale. Capito? Quando centro cose... Guarda, come quando centro le orecchie si centrano perfettamente, quindi non è più grande o più piccola, il resto un po' sballa. Dite che è una roba di... Oh, no ragazzi, qua l'orecchio ci sta benissimo, ma davvero benissimo. Oh no, sto sbagliando, sto dicendo una minchiata. Oh, oh, oh! È la stessa cazzo di foto. È la stessa foto. Non puoi fare... Ok, eccoci qua.
The light is on both of these pictures, though.
Bello, è stato molto soddisfacente.
Isn't that right?
It looks to me like the one on the left has the vanity light, the makeup lights, you know, the more yellow hued ones that go around the mirror on, and then the one on the right looks like it doesn't have those.
Che comunque quando ti fai i selfie e te li fai uno dopo l'altro, è possibile che te li fai proprio esattamente identici, quindi che quando li metti uno sopra l'altro sono identici, ma se ha avuto il tempo di cambiare la luce, il lightning, eccetera, la trovo strana, a meno che non abbia fatto proprio così. Non lo so. Il fatto è che parlare di queste cose si entrerebbero in dettagli molto tecnici, che purtroppo non sono le competenze di un avvocato.
Isn't it true you just edited these photographs?
No, I've never edited a photograph.
Didn't you just enhance the saturation for one of these photos to make your face look more red?
Ho chiuso Photoshop? No. Proviamo? Beh. È stato facile. È stato facile. È stato facilissimo.
No, that's incorrect. I didn't touch it.
You were sitting here in this courtroom when Mr. Isaac Baruch testified to seeing you
Capito?
the week after May
Capito perché che cazzo può dirle a quel punto? Che cazzo può dirle?
21, 2016, correct?
I was here.
Mr. Baruch testified that he saw you on May 22nd while you were changing the locks of your penthouse. Do you recall that testimony?
È facile fare quella cosa, ragazzi, è facile. Però veramente, cosa dovrebbe fare l'avvocato a quel punto?
I do. I just don't know if he was right about the date, but I do remember him saying that.
Testified it was his birthday, the day after his birthday.
I believe it was.
Mr. Baruch testified that he saw you repeatedly in the days following also, correct?
That's correct.
And Mr. Baruch testified that he saw no marks or injuries on your face.
Quindi questa persona qua, Mr. Baruch, ha testimoniato il fatto che giorni dopo della botta non ha visto niente in faccia.
Correct?
That is what he's testified to.
You were also here in this court when Mr. Sean Bett testified to seeing you on the evening of May 21, 2016. Is that right? You were here.
That's correct.
Mr. Bett also testified that he saw no marks or injuries on your face that evening, correct?
I realize that's what he said.
You were sitting here in this courtroom when Officer Melissa Sines testified by deposition about being called to the Eastern Columbia building on May 21st, 2016, right?
I saw her testimony, yes.
And you heard Officer Sines testify that she did not see any injuries on you that night.
Quindi questa poliziotta, Melissa Science, è stata chiamata la notte in cui lei ha testimoniato di quando aveva scattato queste foto qua, è venuta nel suo appartamento, Amber non aveva, questa poliziotta ha testimoniato che Amber non aveva nessun tipo di ferita, non aveva neanche dei segni.
Correct?
I heard her testify she did not consider this injured.
Ok, lei sta dicendo no, lei ha testimoniato che non considerava quella roba là come una ferita.
No. Miss Officer Sines testified that she met with you and she did not see any injuries.
L'avvocato fa no, lei ha testimoniato che in realtà non ha visto nessuna ferita, non che quella che non la considerava ferita, ma non ne ha viste.
On your face. Isn't that correct?
She did not consider this injury.
Di nuovo,
Miss Heard, my question is a bit more nuanced.
a me piace un sacco quando questo avvocato fa Miss Heard, abbiamo capito che sei completamente fuori di testa, lo capisco, ho fatto un'altra domanda.
So is my answer.
Che cazzo vuol dire nuanced? Non era tipo sfaccettata, è tipo... Nuanced è tipo sfumatura. Cioè che cosa vuol dire? Nuanced non poteva dire tipo sfumata, più sfumatura, quindi immagino se è messo il question vuol dire che è più sfaccettata. Che cazzo vuol dire nuanced? Più sfaccettata. In realtà no, è sfaccettata la risposta che sta dando Amber. Grazie cari Dream. Più precisa, semmai più precisa. Vuol dire il significato un po' diverso, ok, era questo.
Injury.
E la risposta no, anche la mia è nuanced.
Miss Heard, my question is a bit more nuanced.
So is my answer.
So is my answer.
Nuanced?
No?
So is my answer.
Che è successo? Ha parlato all'avvocato di Amber? Quindi, picnic.
Signs. Tom, can we put these down, please?
Ah, c'è l'avvocato che sta parlando con il giudice. Chissà di che.
Tom, can we put these down, please? I think they might be confusing the witness. My question is more nuanced. You sat in this courtroom while Officer Sines testified that she saw you the night of May 21,
Ok.
2016,
Senza ferite.
face to face, and didn't see any injuries on your face. Isn't that correct, Ms. Heard?
I believe she was testifying about these photographs, and she said that I was not injured in them.
Is it your testimony under oath now that Officer Sines testified that she saw injuries on you when she saw you in person on May 21?
Minchia, capito perché la vuole fottere. Quindi sei sotto giuramento adesso che stai dicendo che quando ti ha visto, quel giorno là, abbiate stipulato su queste foto e non sul tuo stato senza ferite? Perché se lei dice di sì...
Sorry, let me clarify. I was testifying that I know that that's what Officer Science said, that she didn't consider my red puffy face injured. That's what she said.
Non ho capito niente. Red puffy face.
The red, puffy face. That
Red puffy face.
was your counsel's
Non hai una puffy face, sei molto scheletrica.
question, correct?
No, cioè, sì, body shaming, è body shaming.
That was
She
her
said-
testimony in the UK.
That's incorrect, and you know that, Ms. Heard.
I disagree.
It's just inconvenient for you that Officer Sines didn't see injuries on you on May 21, 2016.
It
Isn't
doesn't
that
matter
right?
what's convenient for me.
Right. Officer Tyler Haddon also testified by deposition about being called to the Eastern Columbia building on May 21, 2016, and
Eccolo.
he also testified no injuries on your face on May 21, 2016. Isn't that correct?
They both said that they did not consider me injured.
Eccoci qua.
They did not see injuries on your face on May 21, 2016. Isn't that what their testimony was?
What their testimony was is that they did not consider what my face looked like to be injury.
Assurdo, stavo dicendo questa cosa da 100 minuti. Cioè, dillo e basta. Arrenditi.
They didn't consider what they walked on in the house damage, but it was.
Comunque, chiunque stia mettendo questi... Stanno facendo migliaia e migliaia, decine di migliaia di euro chi sta facendo questi video qua. Non avete idea di cosa voglia dire per il trending mettere un video come questo? Fa 2 milioni di views e ha 6 annunci, è tantissimo. Chissà se si può.
You were sitting
Tu sei stupido, tu sì, puoi capire, pensavo a te.
here when Officer William Gatlin testified by deposition about being called on May 21 to the Eastern Columbia building, and
Ma mica, è andata tutta la centrale a controllare se la sua red puffy face fosse ferita quel giorno o no.
he also did not observe any injuries on you, did he? And that's what he
didn't.
testified to.
He didn't even know which one I was.
No, I think we all saw on
No. Minchia, che maledetta anche quello.
video camera you identify yourself. Isn't that correct?
I had to because of how far away he was. He didn't even know who he was
But
there
after
to
you
see.
identified yourself, he looked at you. Isn't that correct?
From a distance, yes.
And he didn't see any visible injuries either, did he?
I don't know what he saw.
He testified that he didn't see any visible injuries, did
I
he?
would believe that he didn't, yes.
You were also in this courtroom when Alejandro Romero, who worked at the front desk at the Eastern Columbia building, testified about seeing you on May 25th, 2016. Isn't that correct?
That is correct. I think he said the 25th.
Yeah. And Mr. Romero testified that he didn't see any swelling or bruises on your face when you were talking to him at the front desk.
Perché se... Non può neanche dire adesso mi sono passate, perché se sono passate allora non avevo un cazzo anche stesso. Che comunque andrebbe molto per sulla sua teoria, quindi in realtà forse le converrebbe un po'.
He wouldn't have.
No, he wouldn't have, even though he had a habit, because his parents taught him correctly, to look into someone's eyes when speaking to them. Isn't that correct?
I know that's what he testified to, yes.
Non ha
You testified
chiesto
yesterday
questo.
that you sought a temporary restraining order on May 27th, 2016, because you wanted to change your locks. Do you remember that testimony?
Yes, I do.
Those locks were to the penthouses at the Eastern Columbia building. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
But you changed the locks to the penthouses on May 22nd, 2016.
I attempted to.
That's why you felt comfortable having James Franco over the evening of May 22nd, 2016, Ms. Heard?
I do not know when James came over.
Okay, let's remind you. Can we please pull up Plaintiff's Exhibit 304, which is already in evidence, and play from 254 through 439?
Ah, qua... Ok, questo è quello dopo. So come dire.